20. LIFFe, jubilejni 20. Ljubljanski mednarodni filmski festival, od srede 11. do nedelje 22. novembra.
We're tonight with the jury of the section Perspectives for the prize FIPRESCI. Can you please tell us something about your task? Was it a difficult one or was it very easy?
I don't think that my task was difficult too much, but it wasn't easier either. So it's like it's very hard when you have to choose one film out of and you like a couple of films. So this is the hard part, and the easy part that we all agreed at the same time on one film. So it was like we've been lucky. Sometimes it's not like that. So I would reckon that the task was easy. It wasn't any problem. No.
And what can we say about the selection of films that you had to review? Were they exceptionally good? Were they all more or less good? Or what can we say about the selection?
Well, the selection this year was very high class, really. Amazing and good. And there were, the interesting thing for us was there was obvious choices for an award. Very good film, high class, good names. But then there were really awkward films, which were kind of disturbing, but that's very good. We discussed the films that we didn't like the most. It's a good sign. So it was quite interesting for us. We saw some films that we haven't seen before. That doesn't have, it's not always the case. So it was a good experience for us, and we were quite happy to be part of this festival and watch all these films.
So can you please tell us something about the criteria for judging?
First of all, we are the FIPRESCI jury, and the first thing we did, we kind of put out all the films that already got the FIPRESCI award at other festivals. And we were only left with 5 more films to choose from. And then we kind of just, Zoran was asking which of those none of us really liked. And we threw out 2 more. And there were only 3 left. And we kind of just agreed on one film. It was just... I don't know, what was the criteria?
The criteria is... Well, the criteria is there is no criteria. That's the awful truth is it would be nice to have criteria, but what would be... let's say, for example, you can look at craftsmanship. Is it well done? Is the camera good? Is the light professional? Is the audio good? But then again, there's films like... There was one film, I will not tell the title, but there was one film who was not like professional in the sense of professional cinema movies or blockbusters or Hollywood films, but it was a very interesting flick, very well done, inspired and funny and intense. So it would be idiotic to exclude a movie like that just because it's not perfectly done by technical standards. So in the end, it's pretty much what you like. It's unfair, but that's pretty much it. So and fortunately enough, we sort of liked the same things, which made it easy.
Yeah, it's a gut feeling. If you have in a gut, you have it in your guts the feeling that that film is great. It's like intuition. So you don't follow the criteria that are in the books. Because none of the film that we saw has all the criteria. Some have, some don't. It all depends. So we follow our gut, our feeling. So if we like it, we're going to choose that, and we chose right away.
So can we say who this year's FIPRESCI award goes to on Ljubljana's Film Festival?
This year, the International Critic Award, FIPRESCI, goes to Go Get Some Rosemary by Ben and Joshua Safdie. 2 Americans. Pretty nice. The film is nice. And I have to say that in film, there is a singer of band Sonic Youth playing. So it's pretty important. It's New York independent film. And I must say that it's going to attract all music lovers as well. Because the Sonic Youth is pretty well known band, but the film is good as well. So and their previous films are also good. So.
What was that special thing about that this film in particular that made it so different to the others and made it the winner of this year's FIPRESCI Awards?
First of all, it was really fresh. It was not, to tell you the truth, is if your profession is to watch movies all year long and you watch a lot of them, you soon discover that there's formulas for movies, and lots of them are very much alike. And to be honest, like 80% of the movies you watch during your year, you forget immediately, or you wish you can forget it. And so there's not too many films left that are sort of original, fresh, interesting, and this film was really fresh in the sense of the two guys are very young, and they have strange ideas, and they're very brave in showing things that are sort of difficult, like a completely reckless father who is like really he's sedating his kids, he's losing them on the street, and still it's a portrait of a very warm-hearted portrait of a father, although he's a completely mess, a disaster, and to manage that, to make that happen, that you like the father although he's a really disaster, that's something you have to pull off, and they did it, and that's and it's just very convincing. It could have been a completely idiotic tale. You wouldn't believe it, but it's they tell it in a way that you just believe it, and that's pretty much the thing that convinced me, and I think the two others as well.
The shooting was dogmatic, and it's really good, because that kind of films are not very often present. So it's like it's not impossible to do not notice it. So.
Well, thank you very much for being this year's jury for FIPRESCI Award on 20th Ljubljana Film Festival, and thank you for this interview.
Zaživite s festivalom.